fuel pump came in. Let's get this bad boy in there. Now, I don't know why this isn't working on the gauge, so I don't know if the gauge is bad in the instrument cluster up there or what's going on with that, but it wasn't working when I got it, so Alright, so we got the sending unit on there. Now the fun part is going to be getting this thing in, because I do believe, yeah, it goes this way, because it goes in the thing that way. The plug needs to be up front, yeah, so I cleaned this whole tank out, because I didn't want to have any issues as far as there being dirt, debris, and whatnot in there already. So hopefully all goes well and this thing just slides right on in with no issues. It looks like this tube might be a little bit of an issue, but we'll get it. All right, that went in easy peasy. And there. All right, so I just had to put these screws back. A good old metal bracket. Which one is that stripped one? This one? Yeah. Can't believe I did that. I mean, I can, but I can't. We got a 4-pin connector. Just make sure that's what I got on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. This thing needs brakes too. I haven't heard back from him, so I'm going to go ahead and button this up as much as I can, and if he messages me and wants brakes done, I'll do them. Definitely would have been easier to do the back ones. Well, the tank is out, but I mean, I can definitely do them while the tank's in there. I mean, if you had to pull your gas tank out every time you had to do brake pads, that'd be a pretty shitty setup. So it can be done, but it's just easier without the tank there because they have more room. So give that one a snug. Snug this one down a little. We'll jump up to here. down to here, up to here, down to here. Just trying to do this in the most crisscross pattern I can. So it goes evenly. Definitely don't want any leaks. Things just strip out so freaking easily. So they should have just used Allens. I don't understand why people use these Torx bits. Like Allen is just so much better. Two of them stripping out there. All right, I think that should do. I'll just double check, make sure they're all a little bit snug. These ones, of course, we'll do the old Allen in there. I'm good with that. I just need to transfer these lines. So the filter one goes on the bottom. I have to cut that off anyway, so let's just pop this off. this one. Still gas in there? Oh, there's still gas in there. That I don't understand. Oh, there's a bolt in the other end. That's why. Silly me. I'm wondering why there's still gas in there. So let's just cut that zip tie for now. And then we'll put a new one on there. Probably stick it in. So this one goes on the top. So how do I want this? I think I'm gonna have those all the way in there like that. Is that a 6? That's a 7. No. Definitely not a 7. I think it is a 6. Or is it one of those in-betweeners? Yep. Standard maybe? There we go. I'm supposed to be coming to get this little Polaris, but it said noon. I haven't seen him though. Alright, that one's there. This one goes on the bottom. I just wonder which one. I understand why there's 2 lines. Looks like one's for reserve, one's for main. This is so random. Like, the reserve has no filter, which is really weird. Like, why would you do that? Oh my God. And this one will go on the bottom. So this is your main flow. I think I want to flip this so it's like that. Do. Let's get another zippy tie on there, kind of like where the other one was. Alright, I think we're ready to stick this thing back in. Figure out if they come up through here, because I think they were coming through here before. I don't think that was right, so we're gonna make it right. So I'm gonna do this. So that one goes first, just like so. Like so. That looks better. That looks better. And then we'll zip tie it now. I don't know, was that my last zip tie? It was. Let's grab some more. I don't know what went there, but maybe these came back down and went through there and tucked under there. I mean, that's a possibility too, but at this point I don't know, so I'm just gonna go with this. Because before they were just coming through here, because when I pulled it out, these were not in that. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get this back in there, one way or another. So we're gonna slide this in, stick these lines up here. I definitely need to plug it in too, wherever that is. So let's go ahead and get this plugged in. I don't want to run this dry, so kind of think that's maybe what those are for. Wiring harness is always gonna be in my way. See what's going on over here. We caught on something. No. No. Just needs to get pushed. Definitely always easier getting stuff out than getting it back in. That is for sure. What's holding me up here? The mud? What the heck? It's a wiring harness. Come on, Bertha. I don't understand why that's holding me up. Like, I don't understand why this piece of plastic here is not allowing me to go all the way in. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, there we go. There we go. Just need a little gentle persuasion. All right, I need to find that wiring harness because that needs to come out so it's not hanging down there. I don't want that getting caught on the drive shaft and then causing problems. All right, so she's in. I guess we can, I really don't want this mud to fall down there. I really don't want mud to fall down there. Mud everywhere, guys. All right. Go ahead and crank this thing up. See what we got. So I hear the pump running. Let's see if she fires. It sounds loud and clanky in there. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know if that's how these things sound. Maybe it's just these bigger engines sound like that. So she's running good. So the pump was the issue. And then after I got the pump in, I couldn't get it to, I got it to crank over and it just did it the once. And then it stopped cranking, so I had to pull the switch apart, clean that, and that was that. So, all right, so he finally got back to me on these brakes. they were done for. Here's the back brakes. I mean, they were pretty much metal to metal. I mean, there's a little bit of pad left on that one, and just a tad bit of pad left on that one. So he was definitely due for brakes. You know, that one, a little bit of pad there. And this one was actually metal to metal. So rotors look all right. They're smooth, they're not grooved, so I'm not really worried about replacing the rotors. So let's get these brakes done for him. I ordered this set on Amazon. It wasn't bad, it was like 25 bucks for all three. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in. And now that he can go, he can also stop as well. So that should help him out greatly. These kind of suck to get to. So this one's right back there. Let's see if we can get you in there. So right in there is where the caliper goes. So let's see what pads go where. So looks like this one's gonna be for that. So we go ahead and open these up and get these mounted up for him. I mean, you can see how much thicker these are. I mean, compared to what was on there, look at all that pad. I don't even know if these are gonna fit in here because there's so much pad, but I'm gonna have to push that caliper back all the way. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck on me or anything, and it all goes well. So we'll go ahead and push this piston back all the way in there. I think I can just use a screwdriver. We'll use this old scraper here because I don't use that for anything anymore. All right, so these pins I'm going to lube up with some anti-seize. I cleaned these all off. They were all rusty and nasty, so we'll go ahead and put some anti-seize on there. Not a whole lot, just enough to keep them lubed up in there. And just smear it around on these. I'll just kind of smear some anti-seize around on there. Get all the extra off. And then put these on a paper towel so I don't get dirt all over them. Like I said, I really wished that this was, oh man, what the heck? What's going on here? Oh, so that's the outside. All right, so that one goes there. This one goes on the inside. Oh man, there's a lot of pad there. There's a lot of pad. Let's see if we can do this. Squeeze this in a little bit more. Now we probably should lube up those slides inside. I don't know if you're supposed to use anti-seize or not. That's pretty much all I have at the moment, so Just go ahead and run with it. All right, so I'll slide this pad in there first, and then we'll slide this pad in there next, and then we'll slide the pins in there. And we'll just hand tighten those up for now. Yeah. Which way do they go? Oh, they go into the other way. Going in the wrong way. I'll just put these in there hand tight for now. Then I'll have to get my ratchet and socket and kind of go from there. What the heck? Come on. Don't give me a hard time. There it goes. All right, so let's get the ratchet and the Allen. I think I actually put it away. Excuse me. All right, so we'll slide this back. And we'll tighten these down. I don't know if I'm gonna have room to do all that while it's in there. So just snug these down. And then I just need to slide this over the rotor here. If I could see, it'd be great, but it's kind of hard to see. I need a flashlight for sure. It's hard to see in there. Very hard to see when it's dark. So I was just going to mount there and there. If I can get this on there. I thought I had this squished all the way back. Should be. Come on. What the heck? That Should be plenty of room to get that rotor in there. I don't know what's holding me up. I don't know. Something just is not right. Ugh. Is that on? Got the bottom part on. Is the top part not going in? Oh boy. Dropping shit already. Alright, let's see if we can get this bottom one in. At least get that started. It's kind of got to be a contortionist here. This is why it was so much better when the tank was out, because there was so much more room. But it is what it is, guys. I mean, can't be expected to take out the tank every time you gotta do brake job. Something's not right here. Something is definitely not lining up here. I think that's lining up. Maybe, yeah. I don't know how we're gonna get that other one. Okay, got that one the other side. It's just ridiculous. Like, come on, guys. Could have made a better design than this. Let me see if I can get that other one on there. That's just stupid. That is just stupid. I should have just left this tire off. I'm gonna have to take this tire back off. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to do this. I had a feeling, but I wasn't certain. All right, let's get the impact back out. 1/2 inch extension. 17 millimeter. This is how it's gonna have to go. All right. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely get to it a lot easier now than I could before. This is why I was saying is this frickin' caliper was out of here, or this gas tank rather, would have had all that room. but you know, I didn't. Should have caught that before, because then I could have had the parts earlier. What's going on here? Doesn't want to feed in there? Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, we're making progress. Slowly but surely, guys. Sometimes you just gotta take your time. A little tighter. I need to get some gloves on, or a glove, just to get that tight. All right, done. I'll tighten this other one down. All right, back is done. Let's get this tire back on. Things settled a little. All right, I finally got them. I just had to heat them up. I bought this a while ago. This thing just saved my ass. So now I can proceed to take this whole thing off. There was some thread lock on those. But I mean, what a shitty ass design. I mean, come on, guys. So I tried cheating it this way, but apparently that doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to back that one out, put that back together, and go from there. So, I need to get a bigger hammer. That is for sure. So we're gonna leave the one in there, and then I gotta put this pad in after I get the bracket on there. So, I'm gonna slide that back out. So this was not allowing me to go in there. So this washer goes right in there, and then this goes right in there. I thought I could cheat it, but you know what? Sometimes cheating doesn't work. There's definitely a 12. That thing's a little hot. No, it's a 13. I was wondering why I had that 13 out. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing to the other side and get that out of there. That was not cool. I grab 11 for. So let's go ahead and screw this back in there. Just with all the pad gone, I was able to snake it out of there, but with all the new pad that is here, that is not the case. All right, so that is that. Now we should be able to put this back on there. Look at that. Like it was meant to frickin' be. I did crack this bleeder loose. So I'll make sure that's tight again. Just to get the piston in all the way. And I'll go ahead and lube these up. I don't know if I want to put anti-seize or thread lock back on there because someone's got to do this down the road. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. So now I definitely know why someone didn't do the brakes. Definitely know why now. It's funny how people avoid doing things when they can't do it. It's just crazy. So we'll get that one as tight as we can. I need to turn this fan back on for now. Freaking busted my hand open good. You can see the hammer. Busted it open good. I'll just do it there, and then get some anti-seize on this one. Turn this just a little bit to expose the hole. So that's like straw behind the caliper here catching on fire. I was like, man, probably should have like a cup of water handy. I do have a bottle over there, so. All right, we'll go back to this one. Uh-oh, what's going on? That one's not that tight. Let me get that pin in there. Just want to get this done so I can get in the shower, call it a night. I'm done with this crap. There we go. Whatever that was fucking about. That took care of that. Oh, look, it turns now too. It was just all cockeyed in there, I'm sure. All right, let's find out which one is for that. Let's go ahead and tighten that down a little bit. I don't trust that one. That one was definitely not it. It was on the end of the extension, which is right here. I bet when you do those, you replace them. All right, so that's good. Get this out of here. It's just getting full of mud. Remove all these. Alright, so we're gonna move all this crap to the other side. Don't need a 12. I do need a 13. I do need this, I do need that. All this stuff can go away. Keep the 8 out in case I gotta bleed the other side. Definitely need the hammer, definitely don't need this. I need to refill my propane torch. What a pain in the ass. It's always something, these big ass bikes. You never want to just cooperate. Just go fill this torch up again. Let's get this tire on here. So that's good to go. That's good to go. Everything's turning nice and smooth. Put the wheel back on. Ugh. That is a workout. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing the other side. Heat that, hopefully it all comes out. All right, let's get this side done. Might be a little more challenging with the limited space. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do the same thing, I think. I don't think I'm going to be able to cheat this one either. There's no way. Heck no. So let me fill up that torch. I'm going to find my butane. Whatever I did with that. Oh, there it is. Instructions. Extremely flammable. Call that good. See what happens. let's go this side and deal with this bastard of a side. So you'll get to see me up close in real action here. Turn this all off because it just doesn't help when you have a bunch of flame getting blown out by the fan. So let me find my, oh, I need this. I don't know why I brought this back over here. Oh, I need that, this, and then the Torx. I'll try busting it loose first, but I have a feeling that is not going to be the case. I mean, might get lucky, but I highly doubt it. That is not the one I was using, is it? It's definitely not the one I was using. No, damn it. Oh, it's on top of the, it's on the ratchet. All right, let's see what happens if I can bust it loose without having to heat it up. All signs are pointing to no. All signs are pointing to no. Heck no. All right, let's take care of it. Just running my flashlight so I know I'm just heating up the It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's see what happens. All right, there's one. That wasn't too bad. I have to move you guys over here for the other one. Let's roll with that for now. See what happens. All right, move you back over here. That way I have my swinging room. Definitely don't want to hit the camera. Bust out my phone. Oh, look at that. It's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Thank God for the small favors in life. I'm glad I had that torch because I bought that for something else and I don't think I would have had anything to take that off with. Stop recording. I had to take those bolts out. Yeah, because the pads are so thick. Yeah. All right. Anti-seize. They don't seize up. Half the battle right there.
Huh?
There's half the battle right here. Just trying to get these in and out. Yeah. Well, from the factory, there's thread lock on them. So the thread lock keeps it in there, but when you go to change them, it doesn't help. So it's really hard to get it out. That's why the heat just like got it all hot and melted it.
This is old pad.
Yeah, it's metal to metal.
So when he was stopping, it was screeching.
I'm sure it's grinding too. Now I know why nobody wanted to do them after all this hassle. Yeah. Yeah, but I got them for $100 diagnostic, and I mean, it wasn't getting fuel, so it wasn't that bad of a diagnostic. And I charged him another $75 to put the pump in, which wasn't bad. But I just thought these pads were gonna come off just like any other bike, you know. Not be such a pain in the ass. But it is what it is. My hands. The grease. Right. What did I do with that? The Allen. Yeah, it's the flat one. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Check this side. Make sure I got those tight. Check the back. Make sure I got those tight. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this video on this bike. It was definitely a chore. These big bikes just beat me up. But we ended up replacing the fuel pump, brakes all the way around, and then the starter button was giving me some issues. So we lubed that up with some WD-40, and it seemed to take care of the problem, but she runs good. She even stops on a dime. These pads are metal to metal. If you can look over here, you can see in the street here, these two skid marks. The thing's just locked up. I went to go stop. That's how good the brakes work now. So She needs a bath. I don't know if I'm going to give her a bath or not, but I'm tired of cleaning up my garage because of this thing. Should have just washed it off before I even started, or should I just had him make sure it was clean. I'm going to have to start making notes that if you need me to clean it, he's going to charge you. So I'm going to park this thing in the RV gate and call it good. So I've been getting some other inquiries about bikes and repairs. He says he's got another one of these. Just fixed a Polaris Outlaw 50cc for another guy, and he said he's going to bring by some other bikes. We'll see what happens, but this one is a wrap.
Thanks for watching the Quadfather ATV channel. Please like, share, comment, subscribe.